Hi, boss.
Happy days. Thanks for
Well,
having
this
me,
is Mr. Miles, Josh Miles.
Hey,
How are you
guys.
doing, sir?
Yeah, good, mate.
I feel like, do I need to introduce you? Because I feel like...
No
well,
one will
really
remember me back home now. Thanks for tracking me down, mate.
I've been hunting you long and hard, man.
Yeah, there's probably a few people looking for me, to be honest with you. So,
But you're going home soon, aren't you?
Yeah. That's a
that...
secret, but don't worry about it.
Should I cancel that out?
Nah, it'd be fine, bro.
Well, man, Josh, obviously I'm going to speak to the audience first, but like, we've known each other since, well, minis?
Yeah, probably 5-6 years old, something like that.
Yeah, but Gen Half days. We played Pencoed once together.
Yeah, we did. Left the F, beat them in under 16s.
That's right.
And bringing up.
Let's not mention that. But like, more importantly, man, like, you come over here. What year?
2015, 2016, I think, something like that. 21, something like that.
Yeah, and you, like, to be fair, man, it's really cool, to be honest, because you come over here, obviously, just to play rugby in parks.
Yeah.
Is that New South Wales?
Yeah, New South Wales, yeah.
And then from there, man, you've come over and really doubled down on Goosey Sports. I remember you when you started doing the podcast, giving a red hot crack and trying to, like, promote clothing, a brand.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was here, obviously, when you were doing it, and I was like, good on you, man. Like, this is class to see. And someone from back home putting yourself out there. And I've been really thinking about this loads. I thought about it today in particular. I was like, you know, when you're in a position where you got no plan B, like you're out here in Australia on your own, you've got no one else to support you. Like, it's, you know, you've got your partner with you, but like, you know, you just got to make it work. You've got no other choice but to make it work. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. I think probably when I started, it was just a little bit of an idea. Noticed the gap in the market, but I was also working other jobs and it was kind of cruisy. I was just looking to, I thought, you know, if I can make a little bit of extra money here and there. But yeah, as soon as I kind of dug into it a little bit, and you know, it's like you get the bug and I seen the, you know, where it could take me. I kind of, really hooked in and kind of, left everything else behind and set that as my goal and made a bit of a long-term plan, and I've just been following it for 5 or 6 years now, which is pretty cool.
What got you into it? Because I obviously know your upbringing, and I know like your old man's very driven, like you, and he's very much like you got similar characteristics in like hustle, and I suppose is that the right word?
Yeah, I'd say hustle. Yeah, definitely.
What got you into it then? Like what got you into?
Yeah, so basically for anyone watching, I was kind of living in a small country town in Australia, really community sports driven town. Absolutely loved the place. It's my kind of home away from home. And when we were playing footy, I just noticed that, you know, like the apparel was taking heaps of time to come. You know, because we were a smaller club, like people weren't probably given the service. You know, I remember a few years in a row we were getting our jerseys and stuff like round 2 or 3. So yeah, I did a bit of digging. I said I'd jump on and kind of look after that for the club on that year. And it was just, it was like no one was getting back to us. I remember one year we ordered like the most expensive stuff and it came and it was dog shit, wrong colours, all that sort of stuff. And I spoke to a few mates who were playing at other clubs and they were having the same issue. So yeah, I kind of just thought, then maybe there is a bit of a gap in the market here. Obviously, I think when you're working, doing something you enjoy, and I was obviously playing a lot of sport, I thought, maybe this could be something that I could get into. So started. Luckily, I was very grateful. Parks gave me the opportunity to do them training kit for the first year. Yeah. And then I kind of did a bit of digging. Obviously, started finding suppliers. Jumped on the plane. You know, kind of went to a few different countries: Pakistan, China.
To see where it was all like started.
100%. Yeah. So kind of jumped on the plane, and I knew from the start if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it properly. You know, in some of these factories, you know, you can buy things online, and I had previously, and you kind of get stung for a fair bit of money. And then, so I thought, look, I'll get on a plane, kind of see who's actually the real deal. Met a partner, the same factory that we've been with since day dot, and we've had a really good relationship, and they've been lucky to be with us on the whole journey and kind of grow and watch us grow.
That's class, that is, man. You obviously invested because you've travelled, you've got sick and tired of probably getting burnt. You're like, you know what, I'm just going to go straight to the source and figure it out. What are the common problems that most suppliers come across? Because like this is a common theme that I hear with so many sports teams that like, man, even when I go back to the UK, Like we don't get our kit until like Christmas sometimes.
Yeah,
And why is this a common theme with sports teams?
Well, I think it's just a bit of a circle, mate, and that's probably our bigger point of difference where, you know, it's still me and Thea to this day. We're not out there doing thousands of clubs. We've kind of played the long game. I'd rather do, you know, 50, 60 clubs for 3 to 5 year partnerships.
Yeah.
Instead of just going out there, you know, I could ring 1,000 clubs and promise them the world. You get a quick buck, but after 2 or 3 years, you're kind of in the same situation as everybody else. So, yeah, we've definitely played the long game, but now we've got partnerships with clubs, you know. I was with a club that have been with us probably 4 or 5 years, and they just signed up for another 3.
Class.
And yeah, I guess that's what people are after. They just want to be able to deal with somebody that, you know they're going to pick up the phone. They know where their kit is. We can give realistic lead times, and we kind of stick to our word.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, there's probably a lot of people, you know, that are, you know, sales reps working for those bigger brands. They'll promise you the world, but it's not falling back on their head. So they kind of
They're like whatever. With
yeah, it is what it is.
What was it like when you did your first ever team then? So Parks, I assume, was your first team?
Yeah, Parks was our first one.
Were you nervous? Were you like, I'll just give this a crack?
Oh, yeah. Like when I just did the training tops, it probably wasn't a massive deal. They came and they were okay. Not from our original supplier, but that's kind of where I got the thing going, geez, yeah, this could be all right, actually. I actually really enjoyed the process. I was already doing the designs and stuff. You know, like whether we were playing sevens, we were designing kits for that, or, you know, like one-off jerseys. So I was pretty invested in it anyway. And I think that's what made it more enjoyable for me. And then, yeah, then I picked up obviously a few more clubs. I did share the story the other day. I was actually with your brother, got down there, I was doing Albury. And he introduced me to a guy who was the president of Wagga City. And he goes, just come in, have a little chat with him. So I went into his house, and I'm really good friends with Dan till this day, and kind of just said, you know, kind of showed him our point of difference, every X, Y, and Z. And I left. And for people that don't know, Wagga to Parks was probably a 3.5 hour drive. And he said that they were with a bigger brand, but I kind of just touched base the week after and said, look, can I just show you some samples, whatnot? And I jumped in the car and drove down there on a Friday night. Kind of showed him all the samples. You know, he could see that ours was higher in quality, you know, the same as the big brands. But our point of difference was, you know, dealing directly with the owner. And then, yeah, I packed up my stuff, and I was proper hustling at that stage. You mean I didn't have nothing to lose, and I wasn't embarrassed too much. So I kind of showed him, said thank you, and left. And he said, well, where are you staying tonight? I said, I'm going to drive back to Parks now. And
Wow.
he was like, well, so you just driven 3.5 hours to show me like 3 or 4 jerseys to drive 3.5 hours back? And I was like, yeah. And then, yeah, I kind of left, and he told me the next day, he was like, mate, if you're willing to drive 7 hours round trip to show me 3 or 4 jerseys and a couple of pairs of shorts, he said, you're probably the man that we want the club to invest in. And that's how I kind of started the brand, mate, and kind of got us where I am. I'm pretty ruthless, stick to my word, and it's probably been good for us.
It's good, man. It's so nice to hear, Josh, because really, like, people buy from people, I believe.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
The product can be slightly better, margins, whatever, but like, people will buy from relationships, right? Like, you probably get your long-term deals from you meeting them in person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%, yeah.
It's so nice to hear, man, because like I speak to people all the time saying the reason why they can't do this or the reason why they can't do that is because of X, Y, and Z. And you know, like that ruthless mentality, especially at the start, where you're like, I just got to keep hustling because, man, you got overheads, you got bills, you got to. I don't know if you like outgrow that stage as well, or your missus was pregnant. I don't know what, but you know, you're just trying to make it work, aren't you, at the start?
Yeah, 100%. The way I probably say to people now, like, is, you know, I have a lot of people reach out, like, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? When you know, obviously they see the other side of things, but just start. Like, if you start, you'll learn a lot more on the way than instead of, you know, writing down 20 plans and never actually following through with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've had some small learnings in the business, and the last couple of years I've had some massive ones, you know. But yeah, being an entrepreneur has got its highs and lows. It's definitely a bit of a roller coaster. One minute you think you've hit the jackpot, and then the next you're struggling to sleep. That's what I've kind of found. But it's awesome, mate. I love it. I do love it, and yeah, that's the big thing. Like, if people are thinking about giving it a go, like, what's the worst that happens? It doesn't work out. Like, I think that's probably the way you got to look at it. Me, like I said from the start, I I didn't have too much, so I kind of thought like there's no need to be embarrassed. Kind of go
Yeah.
out, hustle. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And yeah, thankfully it's worked out for me now. But there's been a lot of hard work
Yeah.
in between those 5-6 years, and yeah, myself and Thea have sacrificed a lot. But yeah, hopefully it'll work out in the long run.
What did you think? What worked at the start that you were surprised at?
Oh, I think just people giving us the opportunity, to be honest with you. Like, there is some massive brands out here, like we were taking clubs from, Canterbury,
Yeah.
Gilbert, all these sort
Class.
of clubs that have been with them 5-6 years, and people were willing to give us a chance. But I think the biggest thing is you kind of, like you said earlier, you're not actually selling the jersey. You're actually just trying to solve the problem. So
Massively.
yeah, we were kind of going in there, finding out pain points for clubs, and they're always the same pain points. They can't get older people. The time frames are too long. So, we sat down with our suppliers and said, look, if we can hit these time frames, this quality,
Yeah.
have this sort of process, we like kind of reverse engineered it. And then, it kind of, the clients were happy, and probably the best part of advertisement was word of mouth. People were saying, we've having this issue, or well, Josh and Thea have kind of sorted this for us.
Yeah.
And then like, to be honest with you, man, I don't really ring around and try and sell too much, to be honest with you. It's always come from internal word of mouth, and we've probably grown at a good pace because we haven't really lost anybody.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, like I said, we weren't trying to be, the next big brand where we're going out selling to thousands and thousands of clubs a year. We've probably got a happy medium with a bit of balance, family life balance, and managed to pick a few clubs up along the way.
It's so good though, because do you think as well, Josh, that like you saying, for instance, when people start, they're like, they put the pedestal so high that it's like really not achievable. I remember like when I started the podcast, and you're like, I want to get like over 1,000 subscribers by X amount of time. You're like, man, just start.
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
like when you put that pedestal, like 100,000 followers, whatever it is, you put these pedestals on yourself, and it's like you are literally sabotaging your own success because of your expectations.
Yeah. I think, there's probably both sides of that. Like I was saying to you earlier, like I have people reach out to me that are looking to start businesses, and I say to them, like, you do have to write the biggest goal.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
probably my advice. Like, write the biggest goal, and it might sound ridiculous in your head
Yeah.
or very unachievable, but if you don't have a bit of a plan to where to shoot to, then
Yeah.
you've got nothing to follow. But yeah, then on the flip side, like, you just got to keep remembering where you started too. Do you know what I mean? Because
Perspective.
perspective, and kind of, I look back and I'm so grateful. Like, you look back at old photos or journals and all that sort of stuff, and I remember just saying, like, like, if I could hit X, Y, and Z amount of clubs,
Yeah.
I'd be over the moon. And I look back now and think, we've done that 10 times in a month.
Yeah.
But
Do you think
at that time, it was a realistic goal, and yeah, we kind of stuck to the process. And it worked out.
Because I noticed that as well myself. Like I said to myself, I was looking back when I started, and I was like, I'll do whatever at the start to make this a full-time gig. And then it was, I'll do whatever until I can hit this number. And then, 6 years later, you've hit that number, and you're still like, oh, I've hit that number. What's next?
Yeah.
And that's the contrast, all right?
Yeah.
Like we're now in your unit here, which is amazing. And you're like, one stage you could, you're probably doing it in your living room,
Oh, mate, for years, and that's the sacrifice that people don't see. Like, probably even a year or two ago, we were going through a bit of a tougher time, and we were doing everything from home. I'm talking thousands and thousands of pieces of apparel a week.
Wow.
From our house, and boxes were filled in every room, spare rooms, living rooms, and it was a bit of a nightmare, mate, to be honest with you. But we knew that we just got through it, and then kind of moved on. And like you said, we've got this beautiful space now, kind of around the house, around the corner from the house, and it's worked out well. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's kind of ups and downs. But yeah, fuck, I can't remember what you said before that, actually.
No, it's fine, man. I get it. It's how are you managing family life, playing rugby, this, and then, I'll let you answer it because I could answer it for you. But how are you managing it?
Yeah, I manage it different at different times, to be honest with you, bro. I think going back to being organised, setting goals, and having a plan is obviously when I'm doing my best work, you know, like there's a bit of like I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an angel. I've definitely fall off at times. I miss a few Mondays and Tuesdays when after a big weekend. But yeah, mate, I think you remember your why you're doing it. Firstly, is probably the most important one. Like, mate, if me and Thea didn't start this all these years ago, we'd probably be living a bit of a different life now.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that Thea's kept me on track, to be honest with you. But yeah, we are pretty organised, mate. We plan, we set realistic goals. Very busy lifestyle, mate. But yeah, we just got to make sure that we do put a bit of time aside. We've got one little mad 3-year-old and expecting another one now, which will put a bit of a curveball in. But I think, yeah, it's just going to kind of lock us in a little bit more.
Yeah.
And make sure we have that balance, mate. Yeah. I think just, you know, I think the more organised you are, the more structure you are, probably the more bit of freedom you do have as well. Because some days I come in 100%. And I don't have too much to follow, and I don't do a lot, to be honest with you.
I 100%, man. Like I say to clients all the time, if you don't have a plan, you will literally do the easiest task, or not even the easiest task, the most comfortable thing ever, and you're like, it's 1-2 o'clock, and you've like wasted it away.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to have goals, definitely. You got to have stuff to focus on. It's that sweet spot, though, isn't it? You know, being realistic with your goals. Like you hit the nail on the head earlier. Chasing something which is big, which scares you, so you know you have to get off your ass and do stuff about it. But then, like having that perspective shift of going, well, look how far I've come as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I was sitting down with a mentor probably 2-3 weeks ago, and you know, even though we're 5-6 years in, he sat down and he said the same thing to us. He goes, well, what's your 5-year plan? Where do you want to be? And we were like, oh, we don't have a 5-year plan. We did 5 years ago, but now where we're at, we're like, we'll just keep growing and growing. He goes, nah, you just got to get another 5-year plan. Yeah. And then you break that down, mate. You just reverse engineer 5 years, 3 years, 1 year, you know, 6 months, 12 months, weekly.
That's nice, man. And
it sounds crazy, but it works. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have something to follow, how do you expect it to work? So
yeah, it's literally, it's like if you went to a PT, you follow the gym plan.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't follow no wonder your weight's not on plan. You know, no wonder you're off shape. So, how's the body, mate? I want to ask you a question as well, not just the body, because you're playing rugby. Didn't you get a bad concussion ages ago? And
yeah, I think it was my second year over here. I think I got probably my mum won't like this one. But I think 2016, 2017, I had a horrendous one over here. Yeah. I probably didn't do much. I probably didn't work for about 6 weeks. Probably didn't play footy for 6 months.
Shit, it was bad headaches and everything.
Yeah, it was horrendous, mate. I was going to neurologist. Is that a neurologist? Yeah, once a week over in Orange for probably 6 months. 2017, and got told I could never play contact sport again. That probably went on for a while, and I remember I started doing a bit of walking, like gym, and probably another 3 months after that, my head came good.
What are you doing?
I was back at training the Tuesday after. But
we don't learn, do we, man?
Nah, it's the game we love to hate, mate. But you know, you're a long time retired, and you know, I probably wouldn't let my young fella do the same as what I did, but. Yeah, I've also made some amazing memories and friendships and that through footy. So
rugby's good for that, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate. And it's probably, you know, I've rubbed shoulders with a lot of people that have put me in a lot of doors now as well. You know, I was
going to say
that's probably half the battle with me. Probably people I play against don't buy off me too often, but other than that, you know, you do realise that the footy community, like the rugby community or footy community as we call it over here, are always happy to help, mate. Do you mean there's so many good blokes that I've met along the way that have put me in touch with people that I would never have spoken to.
Give someone a flying arm and ask them for an invoice the same day.
Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly.
Where do you get most of your clients from now? Would you say league or union or?
No, probably still more rugby union.
Really?
To be honest, but yeah, we are picking a lot of league up now. You know, licensing and all that sort of things. Now we've got those. All our ducks in the row there and partnered with some of the bigger brands. Yeah, it's opened a lot of doors for us, mate. We're kind of smashing it through both of those at the moment, which is nice.
Well, I recently went to my cousin's over here playing, and he was playing for
Hamilton Hawks, yeah.
And I went to their gym, and I went into the showers after the gym session, and they, like, you know, your tags.
Yeah.
They were in there, like, the holder there, and I seen Goosey Sports wear or something like that, and then I thought, mate, that was cool to just have a moment to be like, fella from back home
Yeah.
is doing things, you know? It's nice, because obviously when you're back home, you just see what's on social media, and obviously it looks
Yeah.
great, but you don't actually get the ins and
to
outs.
be around it. Yeah. Oh, mate, we still pinch ourselves all the time. You know, we can. If you're like on a long road trip and you pop into a service station and you see someone wearing your clothing, I don't think it'll ever get boring. Do you know what I
No.
mean? But it's yeah, it's cool to look back on, mate. And like I said, we're definitely got a lot of growth in us. But it's I do put it into perspective, kind of where we started in our living room to where we are now. It's pretty cool.
It's what was I going to say to you? One thing like I like, and I don't know if every business that does it like yours is. It's a different point of contact. Is like you had a guy come out to one of the games and create content.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really common for other teams, but is that a part of a package you do?
Yeah, so that's probably another gap in the market that we kind of noticed. And a lot of the bigger brands, once again, they probably don't put too much on socials because I think people kind of just people do jump from club to club. Like obviously a sales rep, if you notice so-and-so's doing it, you're going to go and try and grab it. But we're trying to build relationships, not just kind of a quick win. So yeah, something that we kind of offer now is, you know, like obviously where we are now, this is going to be a content studio. So clubs come in, we're doing photo shoots, launches,
Nice.
media days. So then that we can now also obviously help the clubs with their social media packages and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just good to get out. You know, obviously you guys were playing at Singleton the other day, and we had a sponsors day out there. Took a few clients and a few friends, and enjoyed a few beers over the day. And and I had one of the boys shoot some content, and we passed that on to the club, and I think they kind of appreciate that too.
Nice.
Then, you know, so it's a little point of difference as a thank you on our sponsorship.
That's good, man. Because my viewing on it, right, and I said this to someone the other day, is like, if you think about it, Josh, not many people from 30 under, like I've noticed, like socially, they suck. Like doing this right now, they'd really struggle with this, right? Yeah. So my theory is that most people our age above do handshake deals. Like we'll do like jersey, clothing, whatever. We'll do it, whatever, and we'll sign a handshake agreement or over the phone call. The next generation are phones, texts, emails, social media, right? So I believe that we've got to change the style, point of contact on doing deals, because when the chairmans go of the next generation and the youngsters come through, like we're going to be dealing with them. Yeah. So social media is the way that we got to work, and also like the oldies are shocking on social media. Like
there's no in between. Yeah.
So we got if you're doing that in the market and creating that sweet spot of look, we'll bring the package here, we'll sort X, Y, and Z out. Literally, here's your season of content, and also you get this amazing kit and all the stash. Then if you think about it, they're like, oh, this is hands-off service now. Yeah.
I think that's probably the way it's gone in the last 2-3 years. Like we do a lot of universities and schools and stuff too. So, you know, the committee there are, you know, your 20-year-olds that, you know, they don't want to do too much heavy lifting, unfortunately. So we've kind of got that e-commerce space now where players are just coming on and buying directly from us, and we offer that delivered to door service. You know, they still get their playing kit as a one package, but everything else is, we hold it here, kind of packed and delivered directly to door. So, you know, we're kind of technically on the committee, kind of offering that service without being on there and just taking the heavy lifting away from them.
It's good, isn't it? Who would you say is people that you look up to? I know we used to talk about Ice a lot in me. Is it Isaac?
Yeah, Isaac John was.
Isaac John.
He definitely got my interest of business. Going through that social media thing. I've done a few things with him in the past, but yeah, I've been lucky, mate. Like when I was in Parks, I had a friend's dad, you know, who were really good to me, own a workwear store, a really successful workwear store, and he's always kind of been on the other end of the phone for me. And then the guy who actually brought me to Australia, Greg, and he was the one that was in here the other day, and you know, done really well in business over the years, and really well, and kind of just as also, you know, kind of, you know, he's seen the effort that me and Theo have put in, and that's what he kind of said to us the other day. You know, like not many people actually follow through with what they're going to say, so he's always willing to help us. And you know, he still lives in Parks, but you know, 5 hours down, and he was here for a few hours the other day, kind of guiding us on our next 3-5 year plan and where we can get from there. So yeah, I've been lucky, and to be honest, I just try and put myself in rooms with those sort of people now. Do you mean? I think if you kind of, I get stuck in the footy circles through footy season, but I definitely try and put myself with people that are in business a lot too, because you kind of bounce ideas off each other. You know, I go for a run Fridays with Kerrod. Every Friday we just get a quick 5K in, sit down, have a coffee and bounce ideas off, and it gives us a bit of motivation for the weekend as well, instead of working Monday to Friday. We're working 7 days a week.
You're doubling down. Well, I think it's definitely, because did you find that hard at the start, because the clothing season would go, I'm just guessing now, pre-season and like probably the last 2 months of the season? Is that where you're like, we're red hot now because we're kind of trying to get that into the next
flow? That's how it started. You'd have, like obviously when you're a lot smaller, you just have your pre-season orders, your kit orders, and then stuff for presentation, or a winter order for your jackets and stuff. But yeah, it's probably varied a little bit now. Luckily we don't really have a quiet period anymore.
That's good.
But we do winter sports, and then your summer sports. So we got your touch football, and all that sort of stuff as well now, which is nice.
That's good over here, isn't it? Because you've got other branches off it. If you were to go into the corporate world, where would you go? Or would you not go clothing with corporate?
No, we do a little bit of workwear, but it's just more, kind of smaller brands. A lot of construction. We do a lot of hats, that sort of stuff. Which has been, we've only been doing hats for the last probably 12 months. And it's definitely our biggest growth area, mate. Because, everyone kind of wears hats here with the sun. So
definitely. Yeah.
You're doing bigger construction businesses. We do workwear a little bit, but kind of just trying to nail the niche of sports apparel first.
What's a struggle that not many people will tell you about business?
Oh, there's a lot, mate. There's a lot. I think just learnings, mate. Like there's things that like I said, people that aren't in it, and you get, it must be nice, but they don't see the sacrifice that you put in. But also, mate, you can think, like I said earlier in the video, you're kind of killing it. You think you're killing it 1 minute, and the next minute you're not sleeping because you're wondering where your next dollars come from. And there's been that many times where I think, fuck, I might have shot myself in the foot, and then you get up the next day and just make sure it happens again. So no matter what social media tells you, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But just keep ticking away, and it kind of works out from there.
I love that, man. I think there's good thing as well with you, and obviously your wife, is you've got a support network there where you can bounce ideas off. Like not just bounce ideas off, like even when you're stressed to shit. Yeah. She probably, like, whenever I see Thea, she's a very level-headed woman. Is that right word?
Yeah, 100%.
And you're really level-headed.
She definitely calms me down. But mate, honestly, like I say this to anybody, like I count my blessings every day, and I think my family does too. That I've ended up with Thea. Obviously, an absolutely amazing mother. She's stuck with me through some difficult times, and we've come out the other end, and I'll always be grateful for that. And hopefully we can reap the awards on the other end too. But yeah, mate, she's been amazing. She's an absolute workhorse. She's 7 months pregnant now, doing 14, 16-hour days. Yeah, so there's not many people that do that. She doesn't get behind the camera. She doesn't want to be the face of the business, but she's definitely the glue in the business and our marriage. So
she don't like doing any of this.
Nah, she doesn't want the limelight, mate. I'm the face, and she's the workhorse. So very grateful for everything she does for me and the family. That's
good, man. Are you into the women's sports as well?
Yeah, so we do netball. We do netball, a bit of hockey.
Rugby as well.
Obviously, rugby, male and female now. I think that's probably our big point of difference, mate. What we did notice, especially out country, it was kind of, women's was still probably getting, in the early days, still getting men's kits.
Oversized.
Yeah, oversized. And this, mate, the growth, I'm assuming it's the same in the UK, but the growth of women's sports is crazy, mate. The rugby here and the league in Newcastle and out Central West, I was at the country champs, is awesome. You can see why Australia are so ahead in the sevens and stuff. It's really well supported. So yeah, we've got a full range of every sport we do is in a women's cut and a women's sizing. So yeah, that's been good.
What's your like you say about 5-year goals? What would be your next 5-year goal then, or if there is one at the moment?
Yeah, we're actually just sitting down at the moment. Like I said, we're probably only 2 weeks in. It's probably changed a little bit now, mate. I think when I used to write goals, like you said earlier, when you start, it's kind of like, I want to hit this or I want to hit that. But when you hit margins, mate, like you don't actually feel any different. I don't care what anyone says. I always used to think, oh, if I've got an extra $500 in my account or an extra 1,000, I'd be happy. But you kind of move with the times, and you're, I think if you're good and actually got a bit of go about you want to keep moving to the next goal. Like you said, it's very important to kind of look back and remember where you've come from. But our goals now are probably changing a bit, to be honest. I think they're more, how do we want our perfect day to look?
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? Instead of, this money or that. Like, because realistically, we've got a 3-year-old, which I felt like was born yesterday, and I don't want to be wasting all my time with my head down and not enjoying the good moments with him. So it's kind of finding that balance now of, what we need to do to hit X, Y, and Z, but also how can we make sure we have 2 or 3 days that he's not in school and he's with us and he's enjoying all these moments as well and the little wins. So 3 to 5 year goals, mate. Realistically, like we're we've got to realize, we're probably not going to want to do business forever. So we're going to get other people in working now. So I've been doing a lot of work on systems.
Nice.
AI has probably been massive for the business as well and growth. You can get a lot of things done that way now. But then when you bring in somebody in to work for you, the systems are in place. It's not like the old days of books and everything like that. So realistic. I mean, I'd love to say in 5 years' time, we'll still be running the business, but not working so much in the business. We can kind of work on the business and continue to grow. We probably have somebody coming on now 2 or 3 days a week to help with obviously the packaging and everything up here at the warehouse.
There's a fair share down there.
Yeah, there's a bit of apparel here, to be fair. And then
got the gym as well, mate.
Yeah, got a gym. Yeah, see, I said get it out of the garage. You've had it for 3 years and used it once. So
I like it, man.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I think here we can kind of just come in. You can do the gym and that in the morning, have a shower, and you're already in work. Kind of get it done, smash a few hours out, and it's 4 or 5 minutes from home. So it's really nice. But that's probably realistic, mate. Like I said, I haven't got it set in stone, but probably have other people working in the business. I'll definitely need to bring somebody else on in the sales. Yeah. And then just probably an operations manager will definitely be the first thing that we'll bring on. Somebody that can kind of look at the warehouse, but also go out and get in front of people, and when people come here, have that conversation. Theo will have another one in 2-3 months. So
that'll be exciting. Do you know what you're having?
Nah. Kept a
nice.
Kept it a little surprise.
Parents will pop over, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thea's mum's going to come out now for the birth, and then my mum and dad are going to come over for Christmas for 4-6 weeks, something like that. So that's pretty cool. It's nice when they come over. They count the boxes now for us, so we get a bit of a rest.
While you're here, you can do all this down there.
Yeah. No, they enjoy it, man. I think hopefully mum and dad can kind of get in a bit of a thing where they come over for 3 months, go home for 3 months when they retire, and it's definitely a bit of a help having them here.
Man, while my head's thinking about it now, is the fella in the UK, I think he's on my stick, RB Club.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing something well, and I see a lot of its similarities in you and him in different perspectives, if that makes sense. Have you ever connected?
No, I've never reached out to him, to be honest. I do follow his content. It's really good, actually. I think he was ex-military,
that's right,
something like that. But mate, honestly, his content's great. Do you mean
he's very good with the camera, man. He's very he personal brands himself very well.
Personal brand, and that's something that I haven't done, to be honest with you, from the start. I think I do it okay at the moment. I'm now starting to storytell, and that's something I learned in the content game. I probably wanted to just keep my head down and concentrate on working instead of trying to build that personal brand. But as we do grow, it's pretty. It's probably pretty important in this day and age. People are buying off people, and his content's awesome. Obviously, he does a bit of different to me. He's kind of like B2C, like selling direct to customers, where we're obviously directly to clubs. But he's got a really cool range. I love some of his summer singlets and all that sort of stuff. And that's probably like a space that we do pretty well too, kind of with your sevens and pop-up stores and all that sort of stuff. But full transparency. I kind of in the first 4 years of business didn't put much on socials and just kind of was head down, arse up sort of thing, and just getting around and went word of mouth. Because I couldn't really get any, I was happy with how it was going, but now I do obviously share a bit more on socials, and you get the links from website inquiries and stuff. It's been pretty cool.
I think it's good, man. I follow this guy, Taki Moore. I watch his videos. He's an Aussie guy, actually, but he's so big in like the business space, coaching space, and marketing space. He's got like, you all kind of fall into the whole thing, and he talks very much about like how people don't just buy the product, they buy from people.
Yeah.
And he talks about how your social media should be very much, if it's information overload, like if you were talking all day, every day about your quality of your products,
Yeah.
it becomes numbing after a while.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to blend it between what you get up to in your lifestyle, your business, and then information, because then it's like, oh, well, hang on, oh, he plays rugby. Oh, hang on, he's doing this. And then next thing, he's a family man. Oh, he trains. And I always ask a lot of my clients, when you worked with me, what was it about me that you worked with me about? And they're like, oh, you played rugby, or I've done my knee and you've done your knee, or you've been to Australia,
relatable,
and I've always wanted, it's relatable, you know? So I think it's like, if you can, so many people want to do it, but they're so fearful of doing this.
Yeah.
And you realize, man, you forget it's there half the time.
Yeah,
like, I see people now, man.
Now.
Online, when you see people online now, I'm like, man, they've literally just done, like, they put the camera in the street with people are walking around them. You notice no one really cares.
Yeah, no, they don't.
It's good though. Man, anything I've missed on the journey of Goosey?
Oh, mate, there's probably.
Where did Goosey come from?
Yeah, just kind of a bit of a change of direction, change of pace in the market, and that's what we wanted to be, really. Yeah, kind of started small, and now it's kind of, I don't know, really. Would I have changed the name? I'm not sure.
So where does the Goosey, like, as in, where did Goosey come from? Like, why did you call it Goosey?
Like the goose step, yeah.
Oh, so, that's where it comes from. Nice.
So from the goose step, like, kind of, obviously was playing with a lot of Fijian boys, and the goose step was, obviously, we wanted to be a change of direction, change of pace in the market, so it kind of fitted well. And someone asked me the other day, I was talking with a really big brand, to be honest with you, in the same space as us, and they said it'll probably only get you so far. But then
brand.
Yeah, but with naming and stuff, this was a huge company, mind, which I won't be able to name, but it was kind of like, but then I kind of hit back with I could probably change our name to Nobody Cares Sports. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, people are buying off us. They're buying the story. They're buying, obviously, the quality and the service. Like I came back to at the beginning, we're solving a problem, not people buying a name, If I was trying to be the next Nike or Adidas, maybe I probably would change it, but no, it probably suits us pretty well. And
I like it.
Yeah, go down the pub and have people shout Goosey. It was pretty cool.
Mate, when I went to that game, that game that I played with my brother, Denman? Against Denman. That auction, I've never seen it before. So just to give people an idea, where's Denman in Australia? Like?
So it'd be Hunter Valley, Newcastle. So Upper Hunter, heading towards Central West Dubbo and stuff, but it's probably about an hour and a half out of Newcastle.
Yeah.
Great spot of the world.
You coached there for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, was down there for 2 years. Absolutely loved it, mate, to be honest. Me, James, Penny, Taylor were out there the first year. It's probably one of the most enjoyable years of footy we'd had.
Really?
Yeah, we had a Deso driver either way, which definitely helped. And it was awesome, actually. I loved it there, mate. With the pub that we obviously stayed in, you can see it's a pretty mad pub.
Yeah, man.
They
love footy there, don't they?
A great little setup, and the whole town got behind it, mate. We had a really good team. Unfortunately, went out in finals that year, but enjoyed it. And I try and go back regularly. They're great supporters for me and Thea, and we try and go back and support them when we can too. Yeah,
it was good, man. It was good to play the game, and then after the game, I was like watching them do the auctions. Now, this is a mining town, is it? Is it a mining town?
Yeah, it'd be close to mining town.
So I'm watching these jerseys go up, mate. For maybe a couple of hundred max, It's like 2,500 for a jersey that just got played against. And they got pumped, like, no disrespect, 50, 60 points. And I'm like, these boys are like, 2,000, 3,000. I'm like...
I was trying to undercut them. I said, I'll make you another one for 500. But it's good, mate. I think, like, going back, everyone just supports the town,
Yeah.
It's same out west, mate. Like, honestly, we'd play, I could tell, like, mate, there was a place called Narromine, and they're all cotton farmers, mate. And the jerseys were starting at $3,000-4,000.
Wow.
Just because, it was going to a local charity, and they've obviously got fucking heaps of money. So
it's a different world, isn't it, out there?
Yeah, it is, mate. Like I said, I think even when times it's tough, when they got the droughts and all that sort of stuff, everyone still gets behind it because they know it's going to a good cause. They say farmers save money for a rainy day. I'm sure they've got a fair bit of coin, but yeah, I think that's probably one of the things with doing community sport. We get to go around on a Saturday and sit at these random clubs, and everyone's the same. You know, they're run by volunteers that are buying in, and country towns kind of get behind that because there's not too much else going on.
That is true. Like literally, I think everyone was at that game.
Same mate. Like we played out when we were out west before. Played at a small country town, and they used to close the pub and the shops on a Sunday, and just so everybody in town would come and watch.
That's class, man.
So,
man, from one Bridgend boy to another.
Well, thanks, mate.
Congratulations, brother. I'm so proud of what you're doing, man. And actually just seeing it and come on. Yeah, I know, mate. This is awesome. But I mean, like being able to come here, see what you're doing, and see your merch. I think I didn't realize how much your merch was out there when I like looked at my collar that I was training in. I seen Goosey Sport in the collar, and I was like, oh man, I'm so proud of you, man. So
that's awesome. Appreciate that, brother. Thanks. Good to see you guys doing really well back there too. And you reckon you'll come back to Oz, or are you staying in Madrid?
I don't know, mate. No comment. I got to sort my knee out first.
Yeah, free healthcare back then.
NHS, wait 5 years for it. Right. Thank you so much.